अस्सलाम वालेकुम डियर स्टूडेंट्स। आज की वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं 20 द बेस्ट एंड द मोस्ट रिपीटेड एमसीक्यूज फ्रॉम द प्ले द किंग लेयर बाय शेक्सपियर। यानी शेक्सपियर का लिखा हुआ एक मशहूर प्ले जो बहुत सारे पेपर्स में इससे क्वेश्चंस पूछा जा रहा है। तो हम इस वीडियो में ये कंप्लीट करेंगे। आप लोगों ने वीडियो को आखिर तक देखना। अगर चैनल पे नए हैं तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलिए और आगे शेयर भी करें ताकि इसमें व्यूज भी आ जाए, आपको फ़ायदा हो और उनको भी फ़ायदा हो और मुझे भी फ़ायदा हो। थैंक यू सो मच। अभी हम एमसीक्यूज की तरफ जाएंगे। What is King Lear's initial plan for dividing his kingdom? A. To divide it equally among his 3 daughters. B. To give it all to his younger daughter Cordelia. C. To distribute it based on how much his daughters profess their love for him. D. To keep ruling until his death and let his daughters fight for it. So the correct answer would be C. Next. Why does Cordelia refuse to flatter Lear in the love test? A. She does not love him as much as her sister do. B. She believes love should be sincere, not exaggerated for gain. C. She is secretly plotting against him. D. She is angry with him for favoring her sisters. So the correct answer would be B. She believes love should be sincere, not exaggerated for him. Who is banished by Lear for speaking honestly about Cordelia's love? A. Kent. B. Gloucester. C. Edgar. D. The Fool. So the correct answer would be Kent. A is correct answer. How does Edmund betray his father Gloucester? A. By stealing his wealth. B. By falsely accusing Edgar and plotting against Gloucester. C. By revealing Gloucester's loyalty to Lear to Cornwall and Regan. C. Both B and C. So B and C are the correct answer. What cruel punishment does Cornwall inflict on Gloucester? A. He exiles him. B. He gouges out his eyes. C. He imprisons him. D. He forces him to beg for food. So the correct answer would be B. He gouges out his eyes. 6. Who killed Cornwall in the play? A. Albany. B. Servant defending Gloucester. C. Edgar. D. Edmund. So the correct answer would be B. A servant defending Gloucester. Where does the blind Gloucester go to commit suicide? A. The cliffs of Dover. B. The death where Lear is wandering. C. His own castle. D. The battlefield. So the correct answer would be the cliffs of Dover. 8. How does Cordelia die? She is poisoned by Goneril. B. She is hanged in prison on Edmund's orders. C. She kills herself in grief. D. She dies in battle. So the correct answer would be she is hanged in prison on Edmund's orders. 9. What happens to Lear at the end of the play? He regains his kingdom. B. He dies of grief while holding Cordelia's body. C. He is imprisoned by Edmund. D. He goes into exile with Kent. So the correct answer is B. Who becomes the ruler of Britain at the end of the King Lear? A. Edgar. B. Albany. C. Kent. D. The Fool. So the correct answer would be Albany. Almost. Which character disguises himself as poor Tom to escape persecution? A. Kent. B. Edmund. C. Edgar. D. The Fool. So the correct answer would be Edgar. Why does Goneril poison Regan? Regan betrayed her to Albany. B. They both love Edmund and Goneril wants to eliminate her viral. C. Regan tried to kill Lear first. D. Goneril is insane with power. So the correct answer would be B. They both love Edmund and Goneril wants to eliminate her viral. What is the fool's role in the play? A. To entertain Lear with jokes. B. To speak the truth through riddles and mockery. C. To spy for Goneril and Regan. D. To help Edmund in his schemes. So the correct answer would be B. To speak the truth through riddles and mockery. How does Gloucester recognize Edgar at the end of the play? A. Edgar reveals himself directly. B. Gloucester hears his voice and realizes it's his son. C. Edgar shows him a family ring. D. He never recognizes Edgar before dying. So the correct answer would be B. Gloucester hears his voice and realizes it's his son. What does Lear realize during the storm on the heath? A. That his daughters were right to betray him. B. That he should have listened to the fool. C. The suffering of the poor and his own powerlessness. D. That Cordelia never loved him. So the correct answer would be C. The suffering of the poor and his own powerlessness. Who ultimately kills Edmund in a duel? Edgar, Albany, Kent, or a random soldier? So the correct answer would be Edgar. What happens to Goneril at the end of the play? A. She is executed for treason. B. She flees to France. C. She flees to France. She kills herself after poisoning Regan. D. She becomes queen. So the correct answer would be she kills herself after poisoning Regan. 18. Why does Kent disguise himself as Caius? To help Lear after being banished, to spy on Goneril and Regan, to assist Edmund in his schemes. D. To take revenge on Gloucester. So the correct answer would be A. To help Lear after being banished. What symbolic event represents the breakdown of order in the kingdom? A. The storm on the heath. The death of Cordelia. C. The blinding of Gloucester. D. The fool's disappearance. So the correct answer would be the storm on the heath. What is the final fate of the fool? A. He is killed by Edmund. B. He disappears without explanation. C. He becomes Lear's advisor again. D. He joins Edgar in exile. So the correct answer would be B. He disappears without explaining, likely dies off stage. So these were the 20 best MCQs of this play. I hope that you people have understood. Try to remember all the MCQs to prepare your exams. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Allah Hafiz.